Good morning, everybody. Today we will perform the experiment of to study the UPS system. Okay. Now the UPS full form. Anyone know the full form of UPS?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Uninterruptible power supply.
Uninterruptible power supply. So the term uninterruptible means that without interruption of main power supply. This kind of UPS is needed in our daily life where emergency work will take place, like intensive care unit or live streaming or server application. So for this kind of application or any kind of software installation in computer, for this kind of application, the power failure will occur. If power failure will occur, then it will possess many losses. So to continuous maintain the power, we need the UPS system. Okay. So first of all, you have to understand the basic building block of UPS. Just draw the basic building block of UPS. From the figure or from the block diagram of UPS, it is seen that in the input side we maintain the AC power supply, and at the output side we also get the AC, that is 220 volt. But we are using the UPS to store the energy when our main power supply will fail. For this purpose, we have to store the energy in battery. So, whenever we see the basic building block, it is seen that it has mainly 4 units. What is this? One is rectifier and charger circuit. Then number 2 is battery. Then number 3 is inverter. Then static switch is the number 4, and load is depends on the customer. So first of all, we have to know what is the purpose of rectifier and charger circuit. Actually, rectifier and charger circuit will need to charge up the battery. Actually, battery store the energy in DC form, and here we are applying the voltage of in AC form. So for conversion, actually it is a rectifier is a converter. Okay, and we already studied the many power electronics device like SCR, power diode. By using this kind of device, we converting the energy from AC to DC by using rectifier circuit. So whenever we rectify a signal, we will get the rectified output like this kind of signal. Okay, So we have to cut down the AC component. Actually, here is more ripple. AC plus DC signal is available at the output of rectifier. So we need to grounded the AC part. So for this purpose, we are using here filter, and after that we use the charger circuit to charge up the battery. Now in battery concern, in general, in our UPS, in home UPS or many server UPS, we are using generally this kind of battery. This is made by lead acid or nickel cadmium. It is totally depend on the power backup. Okay. Whenever we are deciding any purchase of any UPS, you have to calculate the total load and backup time. Depending on that, you have to choose the battery. So, in general, battery is used nickel cadmium or lead acid. Now, the battery will store the energy in the form of DC. So, we have to convert the DC energy again in the form of AC, because load it will operate in AC. And this kind of conversion will take place in the circuit of inverter. Inverter will convert this DC energy into AC form. So DC to AC conversion will take place in the inverter circuit. Then inverted AC will available here. Now there is a two static switch. Do you know what is static switch? Actually, this kind of switch is known as electromechanical switch. But whenever in concern of static switch is a semiconductor made switch which will operate in fraction of second. Actually, for switching on and off purpose, static switch will take very less time rather than electromechanical switch. Also, relay is also available here. Actually, this circuit is made by relay, but static switch is better for UPS system. It will take 4 to 10 microsecond to change over. Okay. Now, this is the basic building block. So, 1 is the rectifier charger, 2 is the battery, 3 is the inverter, 4 is the static switch. Now, in our market, there are two types of UPS is available. One is online UPS and another is offline UPS. Today, we will explain the offline UPS. Online UPS is more reliable, but the price of online UPS is too much high. Actually, switching of online and offline is different. In case of offline UPS, switch 1, static switch 1 is normally on. So, whenever main supply is present, then the supply current will flow in that path to reach at the load. At the same time, battery will charge through this circuit. Okay. Now, whenever the main supply is failure, then the changeover will done by the static switch from here to here. Then the supply will maintain from the battery to inverter to static switch to the load. For this purpose, static switch taking the for switching purpose, static switch will take 3 to 5 milliseconds. In case of online UPS, static switch 2 is always on. So the main supply to the load will flow in this path. Actually, it will rectify, then store, then inverted, then through static switch comes to the load. Here is the advantage of online UPS, that input and load is totally isolated in case of online UPS, which will not done in offline UPS. Okay. Even when the inverter will failure in online UPS or battery may be failure, then this static switch will switch over this switch. Then the supply will come from this to this. Okay. For that reason, in many important applications like server, intensive care unit, we always use the online UPS. But in our household application like PC, we are always use the offline UPS because the price of offline UPS is less. Okay. Now, in circuit concern, we will match this block Just look over the circuit. Able to see? Okay. So first of all, what is there? Rectifier and charger circuit. To rectify, we have to step down the AC signal. Actually, here the voltage available is 220 volt. So we have to step down first. To step down, we use the step down transformer. Actually, here step down transformer we are using 12-0-12. That means 12 volt AC is available at the secondary of this transformer. Then for rectification purpose, here we use 4 power diode. Okay, 4 power diode in this configuration. Then filter circuit is also available here. So rectification and charging portion is present here. Okay. Then comes to the battery. We already seen the battery. This is a lead acid battery and it is a 12 volt battery. Just measure the voltage of output of battery. Measure. It is seen that it is near about 13 volt. That means its output will near about 12 to 13 volt. Okay. Okay. Now comes to the inverter circuit. You already studied the inverter circuit, but I will just explain that how inverter will work. Actually, to converting purpose, the DC energy to AC energy, we are using here 4 MOSFET, and MOSFET is also belongs to the thyristor family. You can also use the SCR also, depending upon the power. Okay. Now, how inverter will work? We see. Basic building block of inverter circuit, and this is the switch. Switch is nothing but the power electronics device. Here we are using MOSFET, or in many cases it is seen that we are using the SCR. So here available the DC voltage is 12 volt. Okay. Now we have to switch at a time to switch. Okay. At the first time we are switching T1 and T2. So across the load, this positive terminal will come in this side and this negative terminal will come this side. Here 12 volt where frequency is 0 Hz. Now for switching T1 and T2, we are getting across the load voltage that plus and minus. Whenever then this switch will be commuted or switched off. Again, we are switching T3 and T4. Whenever we are switching T3 and T4, then across the load, the voltage will come this side positive and this side negative. So, if we see in CRO the output waveform of inverter, then we will see that it is a square wave of plus minus 12 volt. Okay, so here the frequency of DC signal is 0, but across the load now the frequency is present. Okay, here about 50 Hz. It will depend on the switching purpose or time period. Okay, so here for inverting purpose, this circuit is here. Next, static switch. Actually, in this circuit, static switch is not present. Instead of static switch, here we are using the relay in anti-parallel operation. Okay, and here not written, it is a step-up transformer. Why the step-up transformer is needed? Anybody can tell? Why this transformer is needed? Okay, yes. Why?
Our load is 220 volt.
Yes.
And for inverter we don't get that 220 volt. So for load we need that 220 volt AC. That's why we need the step up.
Exactly. The battery output voltage is 12 volt DC, which is applied here. Okay. Now the inverter will convert this signal to the AC, but it is near about 12 volt AC. But our household appliance is work on 220 volt. For this purpose, we need to step up. Step up with this type of transformer we are using. Okay, this is a step up transformer. Now we will see the basic building block already seen. It is in ideal condition. Okay. For performing the operation, we will create fault by pressing the switch here. Here some switch available. Actually 5 switch available. If I switch on this kind of if I switch on, then fault will occur. Actually in daily life we are getting many UPS in faulty condition. For finding out the fault, we need to study the basic fault. Okay. Here just think first of all, if I switch on the UPS, the output will glow, and if we measure the AC voltage at the output socket, it is seen that the output AC voltage is 216. Okay. Now, if we switch off the main supply, then UPS will also give the AC output voltage through inverter and battery circuit. Okay, it is fluctuating, and it is seen that it is also near about 200 volt. Okay, 200 volt AC is available at the output socket. Now we will make fault by using this kind of switch. Whenever we will switch on the switch F1, then what will happen? The PWM signal to the MOSFET will cut down. Actually, here we are using MOSFET, and MOSFET has 3 terminal. What is the 3 terminal? Gate, drain, source. And the gate is working in such a way that whenever we are applying the gate pulse, PWM pulse to the gate of the MOSFET, then it will operate. Okay, so here gate available, and there is 4 gate available, and in the 4 gate we are giving this kind of PWM signal. If we switch off the PWM signal, then the AC output will not available at the output. Why? Because this inverter circuit will not work. In the main mode, it will work. Just think, in main mode this is on, but whenever we are switched off the main mode, then the output will not glow because 220 volt is not available. Why not available? Because inverter circuit is not working. Why not working? Because the gate pulse in the MOSFET is disappear. Why? Because we make this fault by pressing this switch. Okay. Whenever we are giving switch, then the AC power is available at the output side. Okay. Now fault switch 2. If we press the fault switch 2, then buzzer in the circuit will not work. Why buzzer is needed in the UPS system? In general, whenever the main supply is present, we are getting 220 volt. whenever main supply is off, we are also getting 220 volt, but it will depend on the capacity of the battery, that how much time we will get the AC output voltage. For this purpose, if at the same time where main mode is off, then buzzer will always blink, and that will indicate us that main supply is not available. Just see, where main supply is switched off, just see buzzer always giving the sound. Okay. Now we will create the fault of F2. If we done this fault, then the buzzer will not switch on. Okay, the sound will disappear. If this kind of fault happen, then you will not able to get the information that main supply is not available. It will harmful, because if you are doing some work in PC, if you don't know that main supply is not available, your work may be lost. For this purpose, if the buzzer will not work, open the circuit and change the buzzer. Okay. Then fault switch F3. What is the purpose of fault switch F3? Either fault switch F3 will supply the 5 volt supply to the main circuit. Okay. Now main circuit voltage is also seen by giving this test point voltage. What is the voltage at the test point 3? It is near about 5 volt. Why is 5 volt needed? 5 volt needed to maintain this main circuit board. Here relay is available, here transistor is available, okay, here MOSFET is available. So for biasing purpose, 5 volt is very much needed. If we switch on the fault switch F3, then 5 volt supply to the board will cut down. Then what happens? This circuit is not. If this circuit is not working, then in main supply UPS will not work. UPS will work only from battery inverter to the output. Just see. It is 5 volt. Okay. We are making the fault. Now the 5 volt is comes down to 0. Okay. So if we switch, look that main supply is on, but this circuit is not working. Okay. In main mode not working. Only from inverting mode is working. From battery to the inverter to the output is present. Okay. But the main supply is not present. Why? Because this board is not working. This board will work whenever we supply this 5 volt. Okay. Now for switch 4. If we making the fault switch 4 on, then the supply from the battery to the inverter circuit cut down. So the UPS will work in the main mode, but due to cut down of this connection in inverter mode, this will not work. Just see, it is working in a main mode. Okay. Now it is inverting mode, but we are switched on the F4. Just look at the output. That output voltage is get down to 0. Why 0? Because this and this circuit will not work. The connection in between battery and inverter circuit will not work. So it is seen that whenever your UPS is dead, it is you have to check from this side that battery connection to the inverter is okay or not. Gate pulse of MOSFET, that means inverter circuit is present or not. Because the symptom of fault switch 1 and fault switch 4 are same, that output voltage is not available. But the reason is two. One time this inverter circuit is not work due to the unavailable PWM signal, and the another time the battery supply to the inverter is cut down. Okay. Now the last one is the fault switch F5. If we switch on the fault switch F5, then the transformer will not work. And you already stated that transformer is very much important in case of UPS to step up the voltage. So whenever the main mode is present, output is available. But whenever we switch on the switch F5, then the output voltage is not available. Why not available? Because the step up transformer at the output side is not working. Okay, so the 220 volt at the output is not available. Okay, so today we study the basic building block of UPS, and also we match the basic building block to the basic principal circuit of UPS. In our household application or in your professional life, if you find that UPS is not working, then this basic 5 steps you can follow to find out the fault. Okay, is there any question from your end? You can also come and check the output voltage in main mode or UPS mode also. Okay, and the application of UPS is for intensive care unit, any emergency situation or server related application or live streaming, or to also offline UPS is used in our household PC. Okay, that's all.